Hey everybody, I'm back with another plan with me, and in all honesty, this is take number 2. So I was going to use the translucent flower kit, but I don't have another one printed, and I messed up on the first one. So I'm going to use one. It's from the same clip art set, which is why if you see these in the shop, it's actually kind of similar. But this one is just the Petals kit. And really, the only difference is this is a slightly brighter or more saturated color palette, and this washi is different. You'll find that the other one is just a little bit softer. By comparison, it's not a huge difference. So that's what I'm using this week, and that's also why I will be using these. And thank goodness for kits, right guys? But I do think that the flowers will work well, and I'll just adhere it to the previous pages, and that'll just have to do. So what I said in the first one was I wanted to, I don't know, I guess I just didn't know what to really talk about, so I ended up telling you guys about my trouble that I had this week with Adobe, because I use Adobe for obviously the shop. I use Illustrator occasionally. It's mostly for, I just realized this page is crooked. Like how they printed it is crooked. That's annoying. Anyway, I use Adobe for the shop, and I use Illustrator for a lot of promotional material, things that I put on my website, and just different things that I occasionally post on social media. And then I use Photoshop almost daily to edit all my photos. So my subscription was renewing, and it wasn't like a huge deal or anything, of course. It's what you do. And I ended up being charged for it 3 times, and I am not very happy about it. The Adobe suite is not cheap, and I already wasn't a fan, but it was one of those things like, what are you gonna do? Like, if you need it, are you just supposed to, you know, not buy it? So I've been paying for it, and whatever, you know. But it was my renewal date on Monday, I believe. I was charged for it. That's fine. And then on Tuesday, I was charged for it again. I thought that was a little weird. So I contacted Adobe, and they apologized, and they said that they would be refunding my money. And, you know, that was okay, whatever. So I went about my day like I knew I'd be getting that money back. I wasn't thrilled about being charged twice, but it was, you know, it was an honest mistake. It was an error that, you know, a computer error. It was no one's fault. Well, the woman that I spoke to only made a note on the account. So I contacted her in the morning, and by afternoon I hadn't seen a note on the account. Well, not on the account. Okay, let me start over. So I hadn't received any sort of email saying that there was a change. And I'm like, well, that's a little weird. So I contacted them, and she only made a note on the account. She didn't actually make any of the changes necessary. So the woman was going to initiate the return. Anyway, she charged me a 3rd time. So at this point, I'm already out a good bit of money, and I wasn't told I was being charged again. Like, it was one of those things where she canceled my account entirely. So I lost all of my assets, all of my downloads, all of the fonts and everything that I had, and then I was charged again without my knowledge and without my consent. So of course I was upset. My husband and I don't necessarily, like, we come from a background where we know what it's like to not have money. Like, we know what it's like to, you know, pay our bills, and only have, you know, like $30 or $40 left for bills, or not for bills, but for food. And to think that they would just so recklessly take someone's money without their consent, without telling them, without, you know, without letting them know. Like, they authorized a third sale on my card without telling me. And I'm already out the other 2 subscriptions at this point, like subscription fees. So yeah, I was really upset, you guys, and I ended up just canceling it entirely. So I've ended up going with Affinity, and I am using Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo. And those are apps that you just purchase, they're not subscription based, and I'm still learning the interface a bit, but right now I like them better. Especially Photo. I feel like it's such a more updated app compared to Photoshop, so I'm really pleased with it, but I'm still waiting for all of my money to come back at this point. But it's just, like, what if that was a student? What if that was someone who, you know, just, they need that for their job, or they have like a side hustle or something, and they don't have a lot of money? You know, what happens if that was everything that they had left, and now their account is either at 0 or it's overdrafted, and they can't wait 5 to 7 days to have their groceries? You know, you guys, I was so mad. I was so mad. I mean, we're at a point where we can put a little bit of money in the savings account every week, but, like, we're not wealthy people. We can't have that amount of money just, like, go missing and not notice it. So, yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm not gonna complain anymore. I'm not, but, yeah, I was, and still am, upset, so I can't see myself going back to Adobe again. But, alright, so, for this week, and for a little context now, obviously Monday was when I was charged. Tuesday was when I was dealing with them all day, because I spent 2 hours with them on Monday. I spent another hour and a half with them on Tuesday. Today, canceled the whole thing. Canceled. So I didn't get really any work at all done yesterday. I ended up taking it as just like a mental health day, because at that point, like, I woke up to that third charge, and yeah, so that was fun. Alright. I just took it easy. So, but Monday was actually kind of a productive day, and I will start this by saying this week I'm using the Tombow 993, and I wish it had like a color name for you guys, but alas, at least you can find the number, right? So I did get some work stuff done. I made that line a little bit longer than I wanted, but I think it's okay. I think it's better to have it be a little long than too short. And I'm just going to move this one. I'm going to write the date while I'm thinking about it too, because I know this was the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. So for work I did orders, messages, and comments. Just gonna shorten that so that it lines up here. And then I packed orders and did a PO run, and as we know now, Adobe. And since Monday ended up being a little stressful, we did end up having a movie night. So I have my little movie night stickers here. I love these little guys. I love movie nights. Like, I think it's so fun to, like, get all cozy on the couch and have enormous amounts of junk food and just have fun and relax. So that's what we did. We watched an older movie, Homeward Bound, because I love animals. Like, my husband loves animals too, but that for me, it translates over into animal movies, and my husband doesn't want to because he's like, they always have a sad ending. So I don't get to watch many movies with animals while he's here. So that was a tiny win for me. So I'm just writing the movie name now. I'm just writing movie night above it. Just gonna add a little something to the end because I feel like I want to fill that space a little bit better. So that's what we did. And I know I'm gonna mark probably, I don't think I need to mark, well I mean obviously I don't need to mark that it was Alfredo night. I like it. But I do think I'll take one of these pencils, and this orange seems pretty good, but I'm wondering, actually I think I'm going to take this yellow, this kind of deeper yellow, and put that here, and I'm just going to put down design ideas. And for this week that mainly consisted of some self-care ideas and more kit themes. And I may do something to fill out that space, but I don't think it's really all that bad, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. And then Tuesday, of course, was kind of like my self-care day. I did do some laundry, and I did make some orders. Since I did use that computer sticker up here, I do want to use this down here just to kind of offset it and make it a little bit more interesting, and just to not use that sticker too many times. I do have a second computer on this sheet, and it is in a different color, but I know I'll probably end up using that on a different page because I needed more paper and more mailers. Also for Tuesday, I'm going to put down this little spray bottle cleaning. I actually really don't want that there. I don't want more pink since I have pink up here. So what I think I'm going to do, and what I think I did last week too, is put down this little house sticker, just because I know that this won't be the only cleaning that I do this week. But I want to do that, and I also did some laundry. So I'm just pulling these out really quick, and I'm wondering if I want to use one of these little banners. I may actually get rid of these in the shop. I don't love them anymore, but I do think I'll use that today. Okay, so I decided I am going to use one of these little laundry banners, mainly because I do want it to take up some space, because like when I say I did laundry start to finish. Like I washed it all, I folded it, I put everything away, I sorted everything, I cleaned my closet. I was in a mood, guys, so that helped. I don't know, I do know. For me, like when I am in a bad mood, I love cleaning because it's something that like I can control when I can't control other things, and it does, like, it makes me feel so happy. Like, if nothing else, I can control my surroundings. If you guys are like that, or if you have like another reason why you like to clean when you're upset, let me know, because I'd love to hear it. I cleaned closet, so I'm writing that down, and I'm gonna put down all laundry, because that's what I did. I know some people don't like back planning, but I also don't like leaving days empty if I didn't get to planning right away. But I'm just crossing out these tasks because that is stuff that I did, and I did actually like plan my week prior, and just happened kind of late. So now I'm just writing down laundry, and for this, I'm just writing down clean, and I did have a heavy focus on the kitchen yesterday, so that's what I did. And then we're at today, so we're not back planning anymore. Today we are doing like a little mini date night. We're going to a co-op, and we're having sandwiches tonight for dinner, which is a win for my husband because he loves sandwiches, and for the most part I'm just kind of like, don't get me wrong, I like sandwiches, but I don't love them for dinner. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like dinner food to me. Maybe I'm just weird, but I'm putting the little coffee cup down because we always go for coffee after, so I didn't leave myself a lot of room to write anything here. I think I'll just move over my first little thing and write co-op and then Starbucks underneath. And I don't know what it is about those sandwiches. They are so yummy. Like, I genuinely enjoy going there. I wish it wasn't so far. Like, I would love to have one in town, but no luck. But I do have that really good bagel place, so that makes me happy. And then also expecting a package today, since my husband got his computer, he needed a little case for it to protect it when he carries it back and forth to work and stuff. So I need that. And I also know we wanted to check out Lowe's tonight, so I'm going to pull these out really quick. I'm just going to write delivery up here, and just write Amazon. And then I do think I want to use the little pink one. But do I? Yeah, I do. I'm not changing my mind. Because I do want this to be a mostly pink spread. Just because, for whatever reason, I just love the pink. I'm just going to shorten it, because I don't have room to write Home Depot. But we want to look at options to do kind of like an accent wall, but we want it to have like a stone look without like necessarily buying stone. So we want to look at just different options, because we want to buy like a fireplace, not a real one, but like an electric fireplace that has like a mantle and everything, and we want it to be up against that wall. So I'm just gonna write wall options, and if I don't edit it out, I'm sorry for all of the dinging. I have yet to get all of my electronics under control when it comes to having them not all go off when I get a text message. So I feel like I'm going to put something here, but I don't know what it'll be. Actually, I think it'll be some sort of like self-care item that I'll end up doing. And then for Thursday, I'm probably going to spend a good bit of the day trying to learn some of that Affinity software. Probably look up tutorials and different information. I know that they have a rather large, I'm assuming it's online, but like a manual to kind of go over all of their software. So I'm going to try to look that up and see if I can download it or order it or something, so I can learn it a little bit better, just because there's not as much information at your fingertips in learning it. But I will say that there are a lot of similarities between that and Photoshop. I will say that the things are different. I feel like right now I like most of them better. Not all, but some. And like once you realize how they do it, it's nice, but it's a learning curve. I'm a little thrown off by it. So I'm writing down tutorials and handbook, because my biggest thing is the ability to make repeating patterns. So I do want to look that up and see if I can do that. And for Thursday, I will have to do like my half-week spread and all of that. I think I might want this down here. No. I think I'm going to move it down a little bit further than I normally would, just so I have some room for an arrow. But I want to do photos, and of course I want to post them to Instagram and Facebook. Messages, drawing my arrow. I didn't do my little arrow for the camera. And I'm just writing customers, so that would kind of reflect my actual email address from my website. And then I'll put Etsy down here. And I also think I want to mark that this is my late day, but I want to do something for dinner this night, since he will probably be home kind of late. I'm just gonna write dinner ideas because I have no idea. I'm assuming I'll make something, but on the off chance that I get really like wrapped up in something, maybe I'll grab something kind of cheap out and bring it home. And then for Friday, I think I will end up using one of these stickers so that I can make sure that I'm remembering to pay bills that we have due this week. I am starting to think, since we'll be in the co-op, I may end up grabbing a couple of things too. I'm not sure I like that. I think I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm just gonna stick that to like my lighting for right now. Gosh, this is hard. I hate when I get to a day and I'm like, what on earth am I doing this day? Because I don't have any ideas. What I will probably end up doing is some budgeting. Oh, you know what I forgot to mark on Wednesday, guys? Payday. So I'm just putting this down so that we do a budget. I'm also gonna write in the days. I can't believe we're so late into September. Like, I really don't want to be one of those people that are like, where did the year go? But really, where did the year go? So I do want to post some new release stuff. So for that, I'm going to want another camera. So I'm just going to take one off of this unused sampler because I can't find my sheet at the moment. So I'm going to put this here. I think I'm going to just put that there because I really am trying to fill up this middle space a little bit better. It does mean having two bits next to each other, but I don't think that's going to look too strange. And I'm just gonna write new releases. I have no idea what I'm gonna have by the end of the week because I'm so late into it and I haven't done much of anything. So let's hope I figure it out. And then for Friday, I also know that I want to do releases. Oh, I'm gonna want to design another freebie, but I'm not so sure I want another laptop in there. So I think what I'm going to use instead is one of these little push pin stickers, kind of as like a don't forget. That may actually be what I put up there. I'm just going to write new freebie, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be something else that I want to do, but I can't think of it off of the top of my head, so I'm just going to leave it. I think I'm going to end up working in the morning, and then in the afternoon is when we'll end up doing, I don't know, doing something. I'm not really sure. I think I'll grab these little washi tapes. Oh, I found my cameras. I'll grab these because I know that I want to mark Shameless, and I am just now realizing that I finished up another sheet of stickers. So yay me. So I think while I'm here, I'm going to, I think, yeah, this one looks pretty good. And that way I can mark Shameless. I'll probably end up doing, like I said, some work in the morning. What I think I'll end up doing is try to get a head start on the week a little bit and maybe get some of my pre-planning. Oh, I know what I wanted to do on Friday. Let's make my little promotional banners. I think I'll end up using one of these little donut stickers. And oh boy, is my eye just drawn to this one. I think we're gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna mark down that it'll be like a late breakfast. And what I will have to make a point of doing this week is transferring all of my Adobe files over to something other than the Creative Cloud because they immediately drop your storage, and I believe they only hold on to it for like 30 days or something. So I have to find something for that. I don't think that'll be difficult. I just have to do it. But I know it'll be something that I'll be working on for a couple days. What else do I want to track this week? I think I'll still track going outside. And this week I've been really bad at taking my vitamins so far. So I think that's what I'll end up doing. And I do think Sunday I want that to be kind of a relaxing day. And then I'm just gonna write to do garbages. I do think probably sometime on Saturday as part of our little adventure to get out of the house, maybe that's when we'll grab some actual groceries, because while we did grab some things, like I wanted to just get a couple of snacks that we can't get anywhere else, because it is a co-op and it does have some, like, you know, some specialty things, but it's a little expensive with some of it, so I'll probably end up doing like a full-on grocery trip, although we don't need much. It'll probably be our chance to go to Costco. Okay, and I think since it's really not anything on my like actual to-do list, I will put down here kind of like a little reminder that I want to read my book a little bit more, because I did pick up a book over the weekend, and it has a lot to do with watercolor, and I just think it's really kind of like, it's not a how-to, but it has a lot of inspiration for like loose watercolor paintings, so I've been kind of reading through that, but I don't make time for it as much as I should. Okay, so I took a couple minutes to think about what else I wanted to do, because I could feel myself kind of stalling, is I went through and I used some of my little checklist squares, just because I want to use those, and I think it's a cute way to kind of bring in some more of that that purple color, because I have been trying to have kind of like a third accent color, and while in this case it was the yellow, I feel like in using it as the highlighter color, the purple is what became kind of underrepresented in the spread, so I decided I wanted to use those. I do know that there are a couple of things that we're probably going to end up doing on Saturday, so I put down the little checklist squares there. On Sunday, I know that there's going to be some yard work, but I feel like the stickers are getting a little heavy, so I put them down up here. And I know that there are some work-related to-dos, but I have been so caught up in all the things that I've been dealing with Adobe that I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing. So I have a lot of empty spaces right now, and I really don't love how it's looking. I do have this little YouTube sticker that I've had stuck to my finger for a bit, so I'm just putting that down because I would like to try to have this video just like uploaded and done tomorrow. So I'm just gonna write plan with me, or the abbreviation of it. And I'm trying to think of what else I want to do. I'm really unhappy with Sunday. So what I think I'm going to do is pull up this relax sticker. I'm just going to kind of think on that for a minute. But what I'll probably end up doing is writing down to do the breakdown boxes and the recycling, just because I do like having this checklist, and I'm just going to be lazy and write all garbages. I'm getting to the point where I feel like we're not forgetting any, so I probably don't need a full checklist every week, but for a while there was always one we were forgetting. I'm not sure if you guys do that as well. May end up putting the relax sticker down at the bottom, and then it can go a little quick checklist up here for little things like mow lawn. For Sunday, I think we're going to end up doing a lot of like miscellaneous cleaning. I did end up doing a pretty thorough cleaning of the kitchen yesterday, so what I think the bathroom is probably due for a deep cleaning. And then I want to do the floors, I'm pretty sure, just because it is about time to do the carpet cleaner again. And I think for this video I'm going to just end up leaving the rest of this blank. I think I'm just going to fill in this little weekend checklist as I can, and I'm going to fill in this work checklist as I figure out what I'm doing for the rest of this week. And I think that's it. But yeah, I think that's it. If you see the flowers in the picture, then you know I didn't cover them up. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Sorry if I was a little lackluster in the middle, but I hope you are all having a really good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!